Morning everybody, hope everybody is having a great week so far. So today I will be cooking seafood pasta. I will also be showing you guys how to make corn pork from scratch, so stick around and you'll get to see me in all my cooking glory. For my seafood pasta I will be using some shrimp and I have some lobster meat here. I'm gonna cut the shrimp in half and I'm gonna cut up this lobster meat over here and season it, leave it for about half an hour, because shrimp and lobster, it doesn't take a long time for it to get the seasoning into it. Also, I'm not using as much because shrimp is very high in cholesterol, so it is recommended that you don't use this a lot, maybe once every few months, or if you have to use it, you use it maybe once a month or something to that effect. So that's why I'm not using a lot of shrimp. I'll be using angel hair pasta. You'll see that in a few. I'm going to do now, I'm going to shred my cheese. This is my white cheddar, this is my mozzarella cheese, and this is my regular cheddar. So what I normally do, I shred this one first because it leaves a lot back into the grater. I shred the mozzarella second, this one here, because it is actually very soft, so I like to shred it second, and then I use this one, the white cheddar, because what it actually does, it cleans off the grater with the cheese that we have shredded before so that everything gets into the pot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing everything first because my pasta, my angel hair pasta, it's very fine and it cooks very quickly, so I don't want it to be on the stove overcooking while I'm doing all of this. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to shred my cheese, and then when I'm finished doing that now, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the corn pork so you guys can see how I do corn pork from scratch. My cheese is ready. I've grated my cheese. You can see all of it right here. Some of the cheddar, the mozzarella, everything is right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead, as I said before, and start on the seasoning for my pork. So I have 2 pieces of pork in here. This piece right here, I'm going to season this and put it back into the freezer so that when I'm ready to use it, I can just take it out. I may use this piece of pork. If you notice, not a lot of bone is in this one. I normally use this piece of the pork to do my roast pork. This now over here, this is what I use when I'm making my corn pork. So I separate them, put this over here. I may cut this up again or I may not. You can just go ahead and do it just like this. So what I have over here now, these are my cloves. You can use this if you want to cure ham. I have about a half clove of garlic over here. I have my pimento and I have my salt. So I'm going to use about, it's not a lot in here, so I can use about 3 teaspoons of salt on this. I season it up with everything that you see here, and I put it in the fridge. I set it in the bottom of the fridge for about a week to 2 weeks, and then after that I take it out and it's ready to cook. You can put in your stew peas, your pea soup, whatever it is that you use corn pork to do. You can do it with ackee. For this now over here, I'm going to use my wet rub that I made the other day to season this up. Alright, so this is my pork. I've already added my seasoning, so I'm gonna go ahead, put this in a container and put it back into the freezer. Over here I've added everything to my pork, and I'm just gonna rub this in for a little bit, and then I'm going to put it into the bottom of the fridge. I'm not gonna leave it on the counter, I'll just put it at the bottom of the fridge. You can see everything on it. Let me go a little closer. You can see the salt, you see the garlic, and garlic is very good. I would advise everybody to incorporate garlic into their meals because it is a natural source. It's the earth's natural source of antibiotic. It helps to fight against the common cold, inflammation, stuff like that. Earlier on I told you guys that shrimp was high in cholesterol, but garlic actually helps with cholesterol in the body. So it helps to regulate your cholesterol. It cleans out your arteries. So people who have heart disease and arteriosclerosis, those things that hardens the arteries, the grease, the fat from certain things that goes into your arteries, lodge in there, it actually helps to get rid of some of those. So I would advise everybody to incorporate, if it's even a peg of garlic, in their diet on a daily basis. You can also make garlic tea with it. You can make a lot of things. When I cook, when I make pasta, I like to use garlic in my pasta because it also pairs well with cheese and it also pairs well with seafood. So I've brought my water to a boil. I added a little bit of cooking oil in the water because it helps to prevent the pasta from sticking together. So I'm going to add it now and let it cook for about 5 minutes. As I said before, the angel hair pasta cooks very quickly. I added it maybe less than 5 minutes ago and it's already cooked. So I'm going to strain off this and start on my seafood to add this back to it. In this I have cow's milk, sour cream, I've added a little garlic butter, I also added a little Maggi season up, and also what else did I add to this thing here? I added sour cream, milk, yes, I added some of the cheese. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this down because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my shrimp and stir until the shrimp is almost cooked. Then I add my pasta. Alright, so this is what my seafood pasta looks like. There's a lot of cheese in it, so it's hard to see it, but when I plate it, it should look a lot better. So this is the finished product. This is my seafood pasta. I've added quite a bit of cheese here. I love cheese. If you know me, you know I love cheese. This can go well with some garlic bread on the side, or you can have it just as it is. I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in, for watching me cook and ramble on throughout the day. It's been a pleasure. Before I go, I want to leave this Bible verse with you. It is Psalm 51 verse 10, and it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew the right spirit within me." You can read the whole chapter, the whole, not chapter, yes, actually, you can read the whole chapter. It's very good. And thank you once again. I'm gonna head over to Facebook to see what Pastor is doing on Bible study. We have physical food, but I also need spiritual food. So thank you again and shalom.